Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. This is Chimera Elite, and today I'm going to do kind of a different video, and I'm really just going to critique my old shitty games, or new shitty games, and try to learn from them. I want you guys to kind of see what goes through my head as I go back and look at my games. And so I don't miss anything, I'm just going to go right into it. We have two totally different forces against each other. You have my force, which is pure melee. I have no range capability at all. Versus a guy who has Rykar, great mobility, Predator of Blood. A crossbowman who has harassment, again, great mobility, ranged. And 3 Guardians of Equilibrium. Guardians of Equilibrium are essentially priest warriors that have middle away, which prevents other mages from doing jack shit, and it's an okay range, just essentially smite. I'm gonna slap you for however much damage, like 5 on the Scourge of the Graves, or whatever he is. But when we go head to head, and the way that I mostly arrange my army, I get screwed because he has amazing utility and my army's good. But I need to get to the point where I'm not pussyfooting around and where I actually just figure out one strategy, not necessarily one strategy or way of putting my units, but exactly that. Like, here, he has his main force dead center. He has a Fang Warrior to the left and a Crossbowman on the right. Crossbowman can harass my warg, do whatever he really wants. The Fang Warrior on the left can give him support as he needs it, and can also do objective control. His main force in the middle is one of the most versatile in a way that I've seen. And what I mean by this is that this battle, I am not outnumbered, surprisingly, right? But even then, I felt like I was fighting more, I felt like I was outnumbered. Why? Because I have a front line, and I have my rear guard, who are just the shitty mages who just make sure everyone's nice and healthy so they can keep on going. The thing is, though, almost all of his units, 4 out of his 6 units have ranged attacks or abilities. He has his crossbowman, which, as far as I remember, doesn't really do a huge amount, but still helps. And he has his Guardians of Equilibrium, which have their Hymn to Destiny, which kinda freaking hurts. And when 3 of them have it, that's whap, 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 with no danger to themselves, might I add. With no danger to themselves at all. They can use that and whittle me down from however far away. And the thing is that I need to get through my thick skull is that I need to have a certain level of aggression and know that I have healers in the back if someone gets low. Admittedly, against Wolfen, it's kind of dangerous when anyone's low, especially with Rykar around, because he can just mash you down. He can tear you to pieces fast. And I mean fast. Believe me, I just uploaded a video where I tear through 3 enemy units. They're kind of low, yeah. I tear through them because War Fury and the fact that this dude deals a lot of damage. Like, he does not mess around. Now, right here, you can see the middle as usual. This is kind of normal for most games. The middle kind of turns into a big old clusterfuck. It's kind of what happens. But I'm just doing my best trying to keep whoever I need to up and running. aka my Fang Warrior, who just took another slap to the face. I'm kind of surprised on his side that he didn't focus it down one. Because sure, it's all fine and actually, no, I know why he didn't. Because, it's specifically because of Ryscar, I think. Ryscar has an ability that grants nearby friendly units, Scourge Wounded. So you deal an extra 2 points of damage for every level of wounded that the enemy unit has taken. So the more enemy units that he has wounded, technically the more damage he can dish out. Which again is kind of weird just because, I don't know, I still feel like in that position I would have just focused down one. Because one guy that's half dead, I can't really do a whole lot with because everyone can kind of just pick away at him, and if I attack anyone, I'm gonna get retaliated. If I decide to use an offensive stance on him, he might not survive, or he's gonna be easy pickings for the next time that anybody wants to whack to take him out. Now, splitting up, regardless, he's doing pretty well. None of his units are damaged up to this point, except for this one engagement here. My Warg is down to 40 HP and hasn't been healed for, again, some odd reason. But I hurt, like, holy shit. I'm taking a lot of damage. And this isn't really something I can deal with because, again, these the Guardians of Equilibrium are extremely versatile. They're a tad expensive, sure. Who gives a shit? They hurt. That's what really matters. And at this point, I'm like, this is getting a bit dangerous. I should really start healing up my Warg. But it might be too late. At this point, I've made a bad decision. My Warg should have been in the middle of the fray, dealing the most damage. He should have been in the middle, supporting the cause instead of being out on the side and being a meat sponge. And being a sponge and just soaking up bows. He's taken like 20-25 damage just from the archer. Just shooting constantly. And this guy, kudos to him, and also fuck him, because he's doing what he should be doing. He's focusing down my Warg, and also at the same time, because again, these guys are freaking dangerous, he's hitting my Warg, and then hitting another unit, because again, Priest Warrior, they can cast a spell, then whack you in the face with their big freaking staves. It works. In fact, it works really well. So well that I get my ass handed to me, and in a few minutes, you're gonna see what happens. Actually, scratch that right now. Again, the guy's pissing his pants. Doesn't matter. He tears me apart. And with that guy dead, he's dead, I am screwed. I've lost my hero, and I've lost a healer. And nobody else is looking all that healthy. Sure, I can deal maybe enough damage to take out one of these bastards and get another one low, but again, they're tough fuckers. They can take a hit. They're spellcasters. They have toughness higher than a Fang Warrior. They do not mess around. And as you can see, I am fucked. Because I split up my army and had my units in the wrong places. If I had had all of my units consolidated in the middle, like I do most of the time, like typically it works pretty well. But I've been spreading my units out a lot in the past few games, in the past however many games that I played. And in doing that, I am weakening myself. By doing that, I am preventing myself from doing as good as I could be. This one fight kind of shows you how my two equal sides of yeah, he just says GG right here because Ricecar. Of two equal sides doesn't work. I need to concentrate. That's what the Wolfen are so good at. That's what makes them so dangerous. Is that I can have my units punch a hole through your line and tear you to pieces. And this time I was on the receiving end of this. And hopefully now I'll be able to really actually understand what to do to win. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like. If you want more, subscribe. I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Peace.